Steel revolution. Revolution. From America's heartland and the banks of the mighty Mississippi. This is Steel Revolution. Revolution.
How do I sound?
Sound good. Everything seems to be where it needs to be.
Okay. Oh, we are recording,
Are you
by
recording?
the way. Yes, I am.
I was just going to ask you that.
What's going on?
Nothing. Just trying to. It's been a mad dash to get everything ready to go in our shortened Steel Revolution number 20.
Oh, are we actually starting now?
Yeah, we're starting.
Oh, okay. My apologies. And who are you?
Roy Hutt.
I'm Sean Kofihi.
Kofihi.
Is that how they're saying it now?
No, I like
Sean
Spicy.
Spicy.
Yeah,
We're going
I like
Sean
calling you
Spicy.
Spicy.
All right.
All right, we can get right into it. Local 105 news. We'll hit that real quick. Not too much going on. Just a reminder, on June 5th will be our contractual raise that we got during the last contract.
Yes.
So 3%
Mm-hmm.
raise coming June 5th. So remember, 2 years to the next contract. Make sure you're getting ready, whether it's saving some money, and then be ready to go out and join us on the picket lines, info pickets and whatever, so you can show the company again that we will want another fair contract. We've been out on a few picket lines, got some audio from another one we were at, so that just like brings it home for me, thinking about where we're going to be at in 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, reminder, the Civil and Human Rights Group is collecting backpacks for a back-to-school drive that the City of Davenport's doing. City of Davenport Civil Rights Commission. In some Iowa news, looks like there's a new person putting their hat into the ring to run for governor, Sean. Kathy Glasson. She is a ICU nurse at the University of Iowa Hospitals for over 20 years, and she is the president of Iowa's SEIU 199. That'd be the union that covers healthcare workers, and she lives in Coralville. So, sounds like her agenda is she's calling it bold and progressive. So we'll see. Seems like people is excited about her. Just like, we're obviously excited about Nate Bolton, so it could be some exciting times with a couple of good candidates. And she had some audio, so I think we owe it to play her audio.
Is this going to be the correct audio?
Well, I hope it's audio and not just music. I hope it's her talking. Don't want to run into what happened last week, do we?
That was gold,
Yeah.
as you would put it.
I don't know about that, but let me pull it up here. Sean, you got to fill the dead space. That's why you got a mic.
Well, what I'm going to do is just play the Jeopardy theme song during this, so.
Okay.
So my son told me a joke a couple days ago. He goes, "Hey, do you want to go play hopscotch?" I go, "No." He goes, "We'll just skip it then." That's gold right there.
I know where he gets that humor from.
His mother.
No, that sounds like something you'd say.
Politicians in Des Moines like to talk about how Iowa has one of the lowest unemployment rates in the country. They say our economy is great, but great for who? Not the 381,000 Iowa households who struggle every month to afford their basic expenses. Iowans are working 2 and 3 low-paying jobs to afford their bills. Because more than 2/3 of the jobs in our state pay less than $20 an hour. Working people in Iowa have been getting beat up for too long. I'm Kathy Glasson, and that's why I'm exploring a run for governor of Iowa. This year, the governor and legislature stripped union rights from 184,000 Iowans. But they didn't stop there. They actually lowered the minimum wage in Iowa's largest counties. Their policies are wiping out the middle class. But it wasn't always like this. In the 60s, I grew up in Spencer, Iowa, a small town where the meatpacking plant was the best job around. My dad was a truck driver, and my mom worked behind the counter at the Sears and Roebuck catalog store. My folks were able to make a decent living, but those days are gone for most Iowans. We need a bold progressive governor who won't be a sellout to the corporations and the CEOs, and who won't be afraid to make big plans and take big steps forward. Instead of rolling wages back, we should raise the minimum wage to $15. Instead of taking away collective bargaining, we should find new ways to help more workers join together in unions and employee associations. Instead of cutting access to health care, make sure we have universal care for every Iowan. Instead of cutting programs and diverting funding from our schools, truly make top-notch public schools the top priority in our state budget. Instead of letting corporate polluters off the hook, make clean water the birthright of every Iowan. Too many politicians don't have the guts to fix a system they broke. They don't listen to us, they're not accountable to us. I'm a nurse, an organizer, a union leader elected by my fellow workers. I'm a mom, a grandmother, and a wife. It's up to people like you and me to turn our state and our country around.
Politicians keep looking in the rearview mirror.
But it's time to look to the future.
We can really listen to our neighbors.
Every Iowan.
And then together, we can fight for bold progressive change.
We can create a better future for working people who've been beaten down.
And it all starts in Iowa in 2018.
With each of us. Are you ready to roll up your sleeves and get it done?
Join us.
Join us. Join us.
It's our time. We're in this together. Let's listen to Iowa and figure out a better way for working families.
There you go.
Yeah, she's knocking on a door in the commercial, in case you wondered what that was.
Thanks for clearing that up.
She sounded good. I like the message.
Yeah.
So we'll see. It could be very exciting here in Iowa. Oh, and Governor Rauner, I did see in Illinois, I think he said that he was going to pass this time.
Who?
Rauner.
He said what?
Said he was going to pass the bill to make voter registration automatic. So, just like Brain Dead before he left, how he managed to get two good things through. Not that it really, it benefited some businesses. I don't know if it benefited the workers, the fireworks and being able to drink at the distilleries. So, Rauner, maybe he's going to get his one or two good things in. Can only hope.
Maybe.
Hopefully he gets one or two in before we can, get somebody good in there.
I have an easier time passing a kidney stone than passing a bill. Or passing a, what are they trying to pass? The budget.
You better get those kidney stones taken care of before Trump Care comes in.
Yeah, that's right. They're not covered.
Yeah, you ain't gonna be able to get that covered. Care about Sean's kidney stone. USW, so international news, USW came out with a letter against Trump's decision to withdraw from the Paris Climate Agreement?
Something like that, yeah.
Something like that. Let's see, it says here, for many years, the United States have been a leader in the innovation and technology to combat climate change. Withdrawing from this non-binding agreement further concedes our strength in this sector to China and signals to domestic innovators and manufacturers that the United States will no longer support them. So, like owner of Tesla quit Trump's whatever cabinet and business.
That Musk guy or
He quit that. So we are in with some outstanding countries as Syria and Nicaragua as the only countries not in the agreement.
I have nothing to say about that.
And I know Trump, when he made this public that he was gonna withdraw or leave the agreement, said that he works for the people of Pittsburgh and doesn't work for the people of Paris. Yeah, you know, reports about how much China's dumping money into renewable energy, and you know, they already got probably some of the fastest trains and best trains there. We, you know, hobble along with our train system, and now pretty soon they'll be the leader of renewable energy while we're stuck behind.
Kofifi, so
Yeah, you know, we'll just go back in the bushes. Right, Spicy?
that's right, Spicy.
All right, well, we got some audio from the mayor of Pittsburgh. Did a interview after that. It's pretty good.
Was not supporting the Paris Agreement, and I was pretty upset. And then I started getting a lot of questions about his reference to Pittsburgh. The city of Pittsburgh voted for Hillary Clinton with nearly 80% of the vote. He may be talking about all of Western Pennsylvania, but it's a far cry from being Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh in the past 30 years has come back from a depression. We had unemployment nearly 19%. We know what it's like to have a very, very bad economy. But at the same time, we didn't invest in our past. We invested in our future. We are the example of what the Paris Agreement could mean to jobs in the economy for the United States. And for him to use Pittsburgh as the example, I can only say that it was a far stretch at best.
What?
That's some other audio that was in there. Some other video.
That's on your playlist to play next. And
yeah.
So he was not too thrilled to have his city.
No.
So you use the word implicated?
Yeah. Well, I mean, he said, you know, steel workers are with him and all this stuff. You know, Trump said all that way back when. But yeah, mayor not too happy.
Not so much. No.
So let's see, that about wraps up the short little list I could throw together there, Sean.
You did a good job. Yeah. You keep on pulling me to these picket lines.
Yeah, so
I gotta get a fund ready just in case something does happen to me. Spicy doesn't like jail.
It'd be a good idea. It'd be a good idea. You might want to get a little side bail money out there just in case. You know, we did see one cop, and then we didn't see him again until we were going down the interstate, and then had to worry about see if he's going to pull us over because he recognized the car from the picket.
He just let us go.
Yeah. So Sean and I were out at the operating engineers local 150 picket of Ryan and Associates. We went out there to try to get a better understanding of what exactly is going on out there. We will play some audio from there, and then run into some CWA members who are out there supporting local 150. So the 7110 CWA was out there as they still continue to try to get a fair contract with AT&T. So we will play that audio
right now.
Yeah, or shortly, as I try to pull it up.
Well, see, what could have happened right there? I could have edited right there and went right into your interview.
No, just keep it real and.
Oh, keep it real, you say.
Yeah.
All right, we're out here at the Operating Engineers Local 150 picket of Ryan and Associates. I'm joined here by
Ryan Drew, business representative with the operators here in the Quad Cities.
And we're out here, and I know there might not be a lot of people that know about it, but can you tell me a little bit why you're out here and what we're doing out here?
Well, this issue started almost probably 2.5 years ago. We spent 2 years going back and forth trying to be civil and have a good relationship with the company. but after that failed, we felt we were up against the wall here, and it was time to take action. So it's basically a result of them trying to walk away from a contract they've had with Local 150. The first one was signed in 1970, so over 47 years of a bargaining relationship, providing skilled labor to Ryan and Associates, and them in turn obviously providing a fair wage with benefits to our members.
So on a letter that Ryan and Associates sent out to, I don't know who else, I know we got one at our local, it said that I guess what you're asking for is going to harm their current contracts, and it's an unreasonable. What you guys are asking for is unreasonable. How do you guys respond to that?
When they've asked about sitting down and talking about the contract, we've offered. We're more than willing to sit down what their concerns are, but they're not willing to sit down. They've just refused. They've tried to drag it along, and then when we get to the meeting date, they just abruptly, don't show up or say they're busy that day. The contract that they say is so unreasonable is the same contract that other contractors are signed to in this area. So you take some of the other union contractors, construction facilities in the Quad Cities, it's the same agreement they all work under. That way they've all got a level playing field when they compete. So when Ryan sends out letters talking about, this is an unreasonable contract, one, we just went through negotiations with our contractors about, changing what the next contract looks like, which those conversations are what is a problem for them and what's a problem for us. So Ryan Associates could have been involved with that. They still can be involved. It just takes sitting down talking about it. But for them to say that this is some unreasonable or that we're encroaching on another craft, we just finished the largest project in Iowa's history. A $3 billion fertilizer plant never once had a competing claim of work against us and the pipe fitters. So this is all trumped up as trying to drive a wedge between two different crafts so that we're out on a limb by ourselves. We've worked together with other crafts for years. Everybody knows what's work it is. There's the stuff that's on the fringe. That's minor. That's just a distraction to what the true issue is here that we're out here today for.
All right. Is there anything else before we join the picket back that you'd want to pass on to people listening to the podcast?
I think it's, whenever you run into a situation like this, I encourage everybody to get the facts. Obviously the company puts out one side of the perspective, but what this is truly about with this event is continuing on a relationship that's been in place for 47 years. We have members that retired working from this company with a nice pension, health insurance, all those good things. There's no reason that can't continue. So that's what we're looking for. It's no different than any other union that the company refuses to sit down and bargain. They would be held accountable, and that's what today's about, is trying to show the communities holding them accountable. So.
All right, I appreciate you taking time to talk to us, and appreciate you guys being out here taking care of good jobs in our community.
Absolutely. That's, if these groups aren't in the community pushing for the next generation, nobody else is. So, we appreciate everybody showing up, and, this is a great show today.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
All right. Yeah, I'll say it again. It's no different than when any union goes into a contract. You're there to get something that's fair. You're also, for your current members, past members, your retirees, make sure they're taken care of. But one of the other things that's more important, or one of the things that is important, is you're out there for future generations too. Mm-hmm. Because if you don't stand up and get fair wages and fair benefits now, it's not going to be there for the people that's coming after us, and that's maybe our neighbors' kids, our kids, who knows who. And that's what these guys are doing. Both these groups, whether it's the CWA or Operating Engineers 150. So, like I said, it's caught up with some of the CWA that was out there. Wanted to give them a chance to update listeners here about what's going on with them, and we will play that one now.
All right, we're back out here at the Local 150 picket of Ryan and Associates, and came upon our CWA friends that we were at our 2 weeks ago. It was 2 weeks ago today, right? You guys were out?
Yeah, that's exactly right. We called a 3-day strike to fight back against AT&T Mobility. We've been out of contract since February 11th, and negotiating has been really horrible. They haven't really been coming to the table, and we're fighting to make sure that we get what's right for our brothers and sisters.
Yep. And I'm sorry, we got, who's with us?
Oh, this is Marvin Wells, and I'm with CWA 7110, and I'm Vice President of AT&T Mobility there for the local.
All right. Yeah, it's funny. We run into you guys at all the pickets now. I mean, you guys got a good showing, though, I tell you.
Well, I tell you what, injury to one union brother and sisters is an injury to all. So we're going to be out here and stand with everyone.
That's right. Now, do you guys got any update on how's it been going since the 3-day strike?
I mean, the one thing is we know that it actually had a very major effect on the company. They lost a lot of money, closed a lot of stores. So they did come back to the table and did do a little bit of negotiating, provided us with some information that before they weren't. And but outside of that, it's still been kind of the same thing. They don't want to pay us, and they want to take concessions, and we're dealing with a company that has $1.3 billion in profits a month.
Right. Well, like I said, it's good you guys got them back to the table, and keep on doing what you guys are doing, and thanks for protecting good-paying jobs in our area.
We're going to continue to do that. Union strong.
All right, thank you.
Kind of coming to the end of the show here, Sean.
That fast?
Yeah, it was a quick one.
It was.
Yeah. Well, we had things to do.
Yeah, and we still have things to do.
Yeah.
There's a lot of behind the scenes things that goes on.
Yep.
Covered with local, state, national.
Yep. We covered a little bit of everything, and time to go with the douche of the show. Yeah.
Spicy like. Who do you think it should be?
I'm just gonna.
Something simple?
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go in general.
Okay, what do you think?
In general, these corporations, businesses that don't want to give a fair contract, don't want to support the employees,
but they'll take all the profits.
But yep, they'll do that. They'll do whatever they can to save a buck or drive the union out or do whatever they can.
Sink some money in some politicians' pockets.
Yep, that's right. We're just going to cover all of them.
You cover the whole gamut of it. Right? Yeah, works for me.
Corporate greed.
That's the douche of the week.
The douche of the show. Remember, Sean?
Gosh,
we have to say
douche of the show.
Yep.
Sorry.
Or the bi-weekly douche.
The bi-douche?
Yeah, of the show. It doesn't sound as good as just douche of the show.
Yeah, I like the douche of the show. We'll go with that then.
Yep.
And this is number 20, though, right?
Number 20.
It's a milestone.
Everyone's a milestone, right?
Well, because I'm on it now. Or more, I guess.
Well. Mike's out globe-trotting.
Again.
Maybe we can get some audio from him next week.
We should give him a call.
Yeah, we'll give him a call next week and see if he answers. You want to bet?
We'll bet this time. And you did buy me a drink at the River Bandits
bet another beer. Yeah, I did. I had to pay up my bet.
That was good. Thank you.
Yeah. You're welcome.
Well, appreciate that. So we'll give Mike a call at the next show, see if he answers.
Yeah, the best tasting beer is always a free beer.
Absolutely. So we'll be looking for 21 here soon.
Yeah.
Right, that works for me.
Until then.
All right, I'll talk to you later.
All right.
See ya.
Yep.
This has been Steel Revolution. You can follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/Steel Revolution Podcast. Questions or comments, email us steelrevolution105@gmail.com. Steel Revolution is a production of Steelworkers 105, Bettendorf, Iowa. Steel Revolution. The opinions expressed on this podcast are those of the individuals and do not reflect any official view of the United Steelworkers, USW Local 105, or its officers or sub-board members for officers.